Having a little trouble, ask David Haun. When they never get it done, ask David Haun. They gon' wanna give a hand, ask David Haun. Need someone to set the day, ask David Haun. David Haun. David Haun.
All right, welcome back to the market statistics from June 2023. This is going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. We've kind of been building up to this. There shouldn't be too many huge surprises here, but it is great news for at least one segment of the real estate population. So let's dive right in. Average sale price in June jumped to $412,772. That is a new all-time high for Tulare County. You can say here we were a little bit lower. New all-time highs were up 4.1% year over year. And I think it's safe to say that this dip here that we saw in the real estate market is over and we are back in action. If you look at the last 3 years, 412,772 obviously last month, just under 400,000 a year ago, just under 350,000 a year before that, a huge jump from 2021 to 2022. And again, between 2020 and 2021, looks like it was something like a $70,000 jump. Just absolutely bananas the last 3 or 4 years in the real estate market. And it looks like we are back to the same old trends. Price per square foot, again, another new all-time high. We're up to $231 per square foot. I think we were at $227 over here was the previous all-time high. So we burst right through that. We're up 2.7% year over year on the all-time on the price per square foot. And again, this just shows how strong the real estate market is in Tulare County right now. If we look at new listings, we're at 326. You can see it's been steadily increasing since about November, December of last year. But we're still a little bit lower than we'd like to be. Inventory is still quite low, and that's a big factor as far as what's keeping the real estate home values up and what's keeping price per square foot elevated. Until we have more listings on the market and it becomes more of a seller's market, I think these trends are going to continue and home prices are just going to keep increasing. So if you look at the last 3 years, 326 was from last month, and that's way down from last year. 492 in June of 2022, 393 in June of 2021, and 347 in June of 2020. That's a little bit closer to where we're at now. But again, way less than we saw at this time last year, down 33.7%, and that's part of our inventory problems. Homes for sale, again, just absolutely free falling at the end of last year, and that has not improved. So we have 433 homes on the market right now. That's down 35.5%. That's like a third less listings than we saw this time last year. So again, inventory is a huge problem right now. Pending sales have been steadily on the rise since December, so it's clear that buyers have adjusted to increasing mortgage rates and are ready to be back in the game. Again, if we compare it to the last 3 years, 280 last month from 303, 323, and 403 the last 3 years. Still a little bit lower than we would expect, but given how low the inventory is, that's not too surprising. Closed sales, same story. We've been pretty much increasing since the beginning of the year. We're down 21.3% overall. It was 266 closed properties last month. But if we look at the last 3 years, we can see the trend down. Typically, we're sitting 381, 358, 338. Typically, we're in the 300s here, and we're all the way down at 266 here. But again, after this huge rush, it's normal for things to be a little bit slower. Plus, there's a huge lack of inventory on the market right now, and so that's limiting the options for buyers. Looking at days on market, we obviously peaked here in December of 2022, and it's been a steady free fall since then. We're down to 10 days on market. That's a median, obviously, so it's not taking into account the outliers. But this just shows how quickly properties are selling right now. And again, with low inventory, buyers are going to get in there and they're going to be making offers quickly. So we're back to seeing multiple offers. We're back to seeing appraisal gaps. And buyers are having to come with strong offers to get the homes that they want right now. One more look at months of inventory. We're still sitting at 1.8 months of inventory. We've been that way for the last few months. And again, at least it leveled off. We're higher than we were at certain points of the last few years during the COVID years when people really weren't selling their houses at all. But still, we need this to rebound and we need some more inventory in order for prices to stabilize. So to summarize, ignore the FUD, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt that you see on social media and on the news. Because with new all-time highs in average sale price and average price per square foot, it's safe to say the housing market is strong in 2023, at least in Tulare County. Now, I can't speak for a lot of these larger metro markets because, that's kind of here and there, hit and miss. But here in Tulare County, we are insulated from a lot of that because when those larger metro markets start to have problems, those people tend to flock here. We have much more affordable housing, so Tulare County has just remained strong. Home values are strong. You really don't have anything to worry about right now. Price per square foot jumped again to $227 per square foot, marking another new all-time high for Tulare County. Again, this just shows that the market, the real estate market, is extremely strong, and anybody who's talking about an upcoming crash, I'm not sure what they're looking at, what kind of data they're seeing. New listings climbed slightly again this month, up to 326 properties. However, we still need a whole lot more. This is a step in the right direction, though. Pending and closed sales are still increasing as well, suggesting the buyers have adjusted to the new normal for mortgage rates. So homes for sale are still extremely low, sitting all the way down at 1.8 months of inventory. And as we've said, this is the biggest concern in the real estate market right now. Until we start seeing enough homes on the market to feed all the hungry buyers that we've got, home values are going to continue to increase, and we're not going to see prices start to stabilize. So a year ago, buyers were paying tens of thousands above asking price, paying for their own closing costs and repairs, and paying thousands more to cover a short appraisal, all just to have a chance at the home they want. Today, successful buyers are getting pre-approved early. They're often paying above asking price, they're often asking for closing costs, and they're often writing appraisal gaps. So again, there's still a lot of competition in the market. You've got to write very strong offers, but there are still opportunities to get closing costs covered and things like that. And the reason it's so competitive is because there aren't enough homes on the market, and there's a lot of competition for the best ones when they hit. Now sellers, this is where we are. With new all-time highs in average sale price and price per square foot, any talks of a housing crash coming up seems pretty crazy right now because we are looking really good in Tulare County. Sellers aren't listing their homes right now due to higher interest rates than they're used to. So if you've got your home at 4.5%, 4%, 3%, why would you want to sell that and go buy something at 6.5%? It's a tough sell for sellers right now. And until we're able to bring those mortgage rates down and get sellers back in the game, I think pricing trends are going to continue the way that they are. With home values at all-time highs again, you should have strong equity in your home. That means there's very little risk of a big wave of foreclosures coming, causing a shocking market crash. The reason is everyone should have equity in their home. With all-time highs, nobody should be underwater right now. Low inventory is keeping home values increasing. We're seeing multiple offers and appraisal gaps again, guys. As a buyer, you're going to have to write competitive offers, so take your real estate agent's advice. Make sure they're talking to the other agent to figure out what it's gonna take to get your offer accepted, and be willing to come strong. There's always talk about the coming collapse of the dollar, stocks, and real estate on the news or on social media. These bearish experts, if they're correct, this might be remembered as the best time to sell because we're at all-time highs right now, and if things collapse after this, this might have been the time. So again, guys, any time is the best time to make a move in real estate. It kind of depends on your life, right? It's just like playing the stock market. It's not smart to try to time it, buy low, sell high. You either want to accumulate a portfolio over time and start building your properties, building your equity, and building your overall worth or your overall net worth, or you just need to make moves as your life determines or as your needs determine. So again, this is a great time for sellers, a little bit of a tougher time for buyers, but you can definitely make things happen in the market right now. If you have any questions, you want to talk about anything, you've got ideas, you want to share some feedback, I would love to hear it. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you again next month. Take care.
Having a little trouble, ask David, huh? When they never get it done, ask David, huh? They gon' wanna give a hand, ask David, huh? Need someone to set the day, ask David, huh? David, huh? David, huh?